Hello. It's almost 4 p.m. So I will start maybe a minute or so. I see only a couple of participants. Maybe I'll give it a minute before we start. So before we start the actual session, as usual, a quick question. Does anyone have any doubts about what we did before? All right, so I'll get started. So we had stopped here. That is, we were looking at this particular group by session. So let me just run that command again. So these are the usual commands: import numpy, import pandas, and import the data frame. So I'll just quickly repeat that. So this is a video game data frame, and this is our group by data frame with a multi-index, right? So what we were looking at last time, right, where we stopped was, what if we want to extract? Just copy paste the challenge also. There was a challenge question. Yeah. For a given platform, find the genre with the maximum sales of platform. So let me come all the way down here and let me paste it. So this is what we were looking for. So where we were seeing was that all our attempts to extract this platform was kind of failing. So for example, I just scroll up and we had tried to extract it using this method. I just copy it again. So index slice is just a method, a quick method to be able to extract indices using colon. So it does a slice method so that you can use the colon. And now we can extract it using a particular platform. So like, for example, we can say df1 idx, and I'll just put action. If I just do this, okay, I have to put that's interesting. How come this is failing? Oh, it's of course lock. I can't do that. Sorry, I forgot the lock. Dot lock. So now you see I get all the games for the genre action, right? With all the platforms within this action, right? Now, does anyone have any doubts so far? This colon here means give me everything else for the other index. So basically this is one index, and since I'm not specifying, it's giving me all the columns. But I could say something like NA sales as well. Oh, sorry, this won't work because the wrong spelling. So I could say this and it will give me only for this particular action, genre action, it will give me all the platforms and only North America sales because I am specifying what I want, right? So this is my row and this is my column, right? So any doubts so far? Okay, so I'll carry on. So now that we are here, the question is we want to find out what if we want a particular platform, right? So let me delete this. So if I want a platform, and here I was saying, if I want, let's say, for example, one of them, let's say I say X360, right? So supposing I say I want X360, I am specifying I want any genre, but give me the platform for X360. So you can look up here and you see that X360 comes in this platform and genre could be anything. So we are trying to extract this particular platform for any genre and all columns. Now this was not working, right? Now this is slightly tricky. The reason is when you have multi-index data frames such as this, so you have like two data frames, we are specifying we want any value of the first index or the 0th index, however you want to call it, since indexes started always at 0. We are saying we want something of this first index. Now the problem is this value is an embedded index. Now when you want to specify an embedded index and you want to use a wildcard, you need to specify everything. So for example, I leave this as it is so that we have an error. And if you look, you see the error is in x360. So let's copy it here. What this means is, if I say colon, now you get it. Now you see what we're getting. We're getting the platform x360 for all genres, all the different genres, and for all colors. The reason is, when you want to specify anything which is embedded, you cannot stop after that. You have to continue and specify everything. So here I'll stop. Does anyone have any doubt?
Hello, sir. Can you please repeat?
Yeah. Okay. So you tell me something else. Give me a challenge and we'll try to solve it.
Anything. Now you can try with Wii Sports.
Okay. So no, I would like the person there. So for example, like you give me, okay, like I'll just look at this challenge. Okay. This is my data frame. So I have different genres. I have platforms within each genre, and I have North America sales, global sales. Now, supposing you want to find a particular platform, choose one platform.
DS.
DS. Where, okay, is it DS? Okay. So now you want for this particular platform, that is platform DS, find all genres and give all columns. Okay, this is my challenge. Now for this I have to say df1, I have to say I is lock, right? Always location. In location I have to specify row column. Okay, now in row I want to specify a multi-index. When I want to specify a multi-index, the raw method is this way. That is, I have a genre and I have a genre and a platform, because always remember your index is multiple. So I have two indices. So instead of doing this, we use the IDX method here, right? IDX. As I said before, try to read a little about the documentation of IDX. IDX means index slice. When you use the index slice, you can automatically, it creates your indices as NumPy arrays that you can use just like NumPy. So what we are saying is, instead of using this method, we are now going to see IDX. And IDX again it's like a NumPy array. So basically you get exactly the same functionality as a NumPy array. Now, we don't care about the genre. So we leave that colon. Colon means give everything. We want DS. We are saying DS. Okay. So we have specified our index. Index means we want any genre and platform is equal to DS, because remember platform is the second index. Now, if I only say this, I will get an error. Why? Because you are specifying an index which is not the first index, right? So now, if you want to specify an embedded index, yeah, somebody has a doubt?
No.
So if you want to specify an embedded index like this, you must continue and also specify the column. So if you want all columns, you have to say colon. If you want only one column, then you can specify the column. So for example, I can come down and say global sales. And you give me global sales. Does that answer your question, or do you have another one?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So this way, indexing can have several. right? So just for the sake of it, what I'm going to do, let us use another method as well. So let's say, for example, video df dot head. Okay, now what we saw before was, as I said, df1 has 293 rows. All right, this data frame does not represent this data frame at all, because remember, video df has 16,000 rows. So we have lost a lot of data. So what that means is, we need, the idea behind multi-indexing is to be able to categorize your data better, but you don't want to lose information. So what we have done, we have made a mistake, we've lost information. So let us go and recategorize this so that we capture information. So we have genre, we have platform. Let us go and categorize it according to everything else. So let me do publisher and year and name as well. So let's do that. So what I'm going to say, df2 is equal to video. Okay, but before that, stop for a minute. Does anyone have any doubt about what I just said? Okay, so what I'm going to do is group by is equal to, now as before, genre, platform. Now let me go ahead. Who else is there? Publisher, year and name. Publisher, year, name. Now, what do we have other than that? After this, we have only all the sales, right? And we have the rank. Rank is pretty much useless. We can actually throw it away. But most importantly, we have all the other sales. So what we have to do is, I don't have to specify my columns. I'll just do a mean and it will get everything else. So I'm going to say mean, and this is my column. Oh, sorry, a mistake. Published, no, wrong spelling, publisher, right? So let's check out this new column, that new data frame map. Now see what we get, and see what we get. 16,290 rows as opposed to 16,598 rows. So we have lost 300 rows. But now you see this data frame represents our data frame in a much, much better way. Would you say so?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have captured our data, but most importantly, we now have indexing. So now I will ask you a challenge. You tell me, what would you like to do?
Based on global sales, so this 0.34 means 34% only, right?
Yeah, I mean 30. It's the 0.34 means 0.34 million copies to get altogether. It's sold. That means the
Oh,
sale.
okay. I was just thinking out loud. It looked a bit different from the original.
Yeah, because it has now completely categorized it according to action. So that's why everything changes. Because before we had changed. So okay, that is a good challenge. Let us sort everything according to North America sales.
Okay.
So let us take df2. Let's create another one, because otherwise we'll df3 is equal to df2 sort values by is equal to NA sales, and here we will say ascending is equal to false. Oh my god, okay, df2. So let us check out df3. Yeah, so now you see it has broken up our thing. See, it's very important to understand that we have not lost our indexing. indexing is still there. It is displaying our data frame in a different way because we are asking for sorting. All right. See, you see here, this is the index. The index has not changed. As long as the index has not changed, the data frame indexing has not changed. Only the display has changed. Does anyone have any doubt about what I'm saying?
No, got it.
Okay, so tell me, what would be a challenge? For example, let us see who all are there in this Nintendo publisher. Okay, so first and foremost, what we're going to say, df3.lock. Okay, again, always row column. Now, in row, we are going to take, we don't care about genre, we don't care about platform, we care about publisher. So we're going to leave 2. So idx colon and then Nintendo. And then what? We cannot leave. Remember, if it is an embedded index, we cannot just stop. We have to continue. So we don't care about these 2. So again, where am I? Colon. Also, again, remember, we cannot leave the columns because if it is an embedded index, you must go from start to stop. Always remember. If it is a first one, then you can let it go. That is a convenience that is given. But others, you must fully specify. So we have to say colon. Oh, sorry, wrong spelling. Nintendo, yeah, sorry, wrong spelling. Yeah, so you see, this is what we get. We have 696 rows. That means there's 696 games in this publisher Nintendo, and they are all different platforms. Names are all different, and this is it. Does anyone have any doubt about what I did?
So default sorting will be what?
Default sorting is always ascending order. So it always is from low to high.
Okay. To high off?
No, it's like this. It takes the first column, whichever it is that you're there, and it just arranges it according to that. So if we go up here, you see here, both of them have, go all the way up here. You see, the North America sales is the rank which you have specified is actually somewhere away. The North America sales and global sales, it is what is taken. Sometimes it uses its own intelligence. So that way.
Here it is sorted according to rank. Here
it is sorted according to this thing. I think if you look, it is sorted according to, let me check. I can't make out which it is sorted according to. My guess is it is sorted in this manner. When you don't specify, it is sorted according to the first one. Then within that, again, alphabetical order with the second platform. And then alphabetical order within this one. Then again here. So you see action, strategy all the way. And here within this, so let's look for action. So if we say df3.lock, now here column, but important to know, if it is the very first one, I can leave others. If it is the very first one, special case. So now it will not give an error. Why? Because this is a special case. So you see here it has given, actually it is, oh my God, I took the wrong one, df2. Okay. df2, because this was a sorted one. So df2 action, here you see, it is again sorted according to order.
Got it.
Any other doubt?
No, sir.
So again, this is basically this is one way of I would say trying to categorize your data. Now, if you see this data, if you're trying to extract it with just indexes, this is much faster than running a query. right? This is much faster than saying, for example, video df publisher is equal to Nintendo. These two are identical, right? This query and this query above are identical. They will produce exactly the same result. But only thing is, this is much slower. Oh, what is wrong? Oh, sorry, you can't do this. It's not like this. It is like this. Right? Because then column name comes in video df. So I'm checking if this column publisher of video df is equal to Nintendo. This becomes a series, true and false, and then I'm passing that to video df. So you see, these two are exactly the same results. I mean 703. This is 703, and this will be different because the reason we are taking a mean. So because we are taking a mean, we are losing some rows because there are multiple rows, which it is concatenating as one row, taking mean. That's the only difference. But the results are exactly the same. But this is a much slower query than this one. When you look by indexes, it is much faster.
I did good.
So basically, I don't have anything much besides this to say, because this is more or less whatever we've done is more or less data analysis in general. We took almost everything. So this is how it is. So I do not have any more challenge questions to come up with.
Can we do some quick plots, or if we need to visually see?
Yeah, you can do plots. I mean, basically, there's several ways. There's one is using this one, that is matplotlib. There is matplotlib, so that is simple thing. So we can just do matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So we can do plt dot, I don't know how we want to do it. So we can just do, like, for example, we can do a bar plot of NA sales.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
So we can do like a bar plot. Let me let the help. So there is basically x and height. So x is equal to, let's give it year, and height. See, actually all I'm doing is I'm looking at what are the necessary, absolutely necessary arguments. X is necessary because there is no default. Height is necessary because there is no default. The others have defaults, so you can leave them. So you can just say NA sales. So you get this. I don't know what is data is equal to. I think I have to give the data. Oh, I have to give the data probably. Data is equal to df2. Let me see what is the result. Actually, I don't use plotting that much, so this is not my specialty in terms of plotting. So, yeah.
So this EDA is not such a big thing to pursue, or?
No, plotting generally is. There is a lot of requirement, particularly that is like, for example, only thing is plotting is very specific to just data analysis, data visualization. So it is just like, for example, whenever companies need people to create plots or reports, then a lot of it is data visualization. So it's just that I don't work in that field because I don't have to create reports that much. I don't have to like actually, I do data analysis. I do mainly data analysis on my own and for other scientific purposes. So I don't really need to plot usually.
Got it, got it. You don't need to export it as a CSV,
Which,
right? For plotting, I think we can here. Do we need to export whatever data frame we created to a CSV to again plot, or
oh
is
no,
it
that's
not?
not. I mean, it's tough for me to say exactly what it is. I just like, for example, let me just say NA sales. Let me say, it's just getting very strange thing. Oh, because there is nothing. DF2, okay. I can't understand why it's not giving me anything. See, because I'm pressing tab, I expect some kind of help. I don't know. So it's like, it's tough to know.
Oh, good. No problem, no problem.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, visualization, again, if you really are interested in visualization, I would strongly suggest that you look into Seaborn. Seaborn is the most recommended way of creating good looking plots. Matplotlib is good for like basic plots, but Seaborn is very good for this is high quality plots. So these are all from data frames. So you can look at, tutorial, you can look at everything else, like different types of plots, scatter plots, bar plots, all kinds of things. So this is, I would say, the best, by far the best plotting in Python. Even better. I think it is based on Matplotlib, which is why they have taken Matplotlib to another level.
But here, most of them, they are not using any file as such, right, as the input source.
Oh no, that's because they have taken. So if you look at this data, right, they are taking a data. So you can take a data as a data frame. So you can just read a data frame and then do whatever you want. Like you have to say what is your X and what is your Y. So X is a column, Y is another column.
Okay.
So like this SNS.load dataset is a short way of, actually these are some datasets which are available online. So if you do this, automatically it goes and takes and loads that data frame online.
Okay.
This can be your own dataset as well.
Okay. Okay, sir. So next class is Wednesday.
Again, like I said, I do not have an agenda from henceforth. So if you are interested, like I said, just look for a challenge and something and come up with some questions, and then accordingly we can hold sessions as and when people are available.
Okay. Yeah, we'll send in the group, in the Google group.
Exactly, the Google group. That's the thing. So this way, at least, then we know, because the problem is that it is important from now onwards. At least we've covered basic data science, most of data analysis. So now it's really your requirements that really matter.
Got it.
Sir, I have a small doubt. In last lecture, we have used access function.
Yeah.
And in this, we have used a lock. So can you please compare it? Means what exactly the difference is? Which one is faster? Kind of thing.
Faster, it's tough to say. Both of them are same. The only major difference is in access, you cannot change any data. Access means it gives you back a data frame, whereas here, if you want, you can change data. So I can say action, like for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say X action 2600 1981 alien. Let's do that. So for example, let's say we have IDX action, and then who else was there? 2600. And we don't care about the next one. So let's say I'll say I don't care about this publisher. Then I do 1981. So I say 1981, comma, and then last one, alien. Right? Again, since we are doing this, we must specify everything, including columns. Errors. Okay, you just have to see. Sometimes you'll get errors like this. You just have to see what it is. Oh, okay, we cannot do indexing. Okay, so we'll just skip this. You cannot. Oh, sorry, this is mistake. Yeah. So you see, we got this one column. What I'm doing is I'm extracting one particular query. I'm saying for action, genre action, for platform 2600, any publisher 1981, an alien, give me back this, right? Now, what is the main thing is here you can set it. So for example, I can say NA sales is equal to 5. Right? And now if I say, give me back this thing, oh no, sorry. Oh, interesting. Why did it change? Okay. So apparently we cannot use this method IDX. That's what it's trying to say. You cannot use IDX in this case if you're using this thing. So we have to see what this is. So there is an issue. They have said that some things cannot be done. But in a large number of cases, you can set a value. So there may be some cases in which you can't set value. So for example, here it is saying, like this is it, returning a view versus a copy. So this is the case. Okay, so we have to look into it, but that's the main thing. The main thing is in Access, you cannot do any assignment. Access will not allow you to do any assignment. You can only extract information from a data frame. In Lock, you can also set. However, there may be some limitations. We have to check into why this is not working. Is there any doubt?
So when you mean challenge for the upcoming videos, those are similar to the ones we did here?
Yeah, I mean, just basically, I would say look for data that, I mean, you can always discuss. For example, you can show me, you can say, okay, how about this data frame? And I'll tell you what it is. In the
Okay.
beginning, try to look for data with more numbers and less of strings. Because if you
Okay,
have
okay.
a lot of strings, then the problem is it becomes like, for example, here in this case, we have 5 of them who are strings and 5 who are numbers. So we can still play some calculations and things like that. If you
Okay,
have
okay.
a large number of them as strings, then
Uh-huh.
there is not much you can do except for just like check for whether something exists or not. So then the problem
Okay.
is really
Filtering.
not much. Exactly. Otherwise, the other option is you have to
Oh.
do things like natural language processing, which is very complicated. Natural language processing is an advanced topic.
Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess that's all from me for now. This was like, we kind of analyzed this one video game data set to quite an extent. We looked through almost every aspect of pandas with this. So now it's only basically just trying the same things over and over again with different types of data frames. The concept is basically the same. That is using the apply method, using group by, extracting rows, columns, you running queries. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I will wait for any emails from the rest. Otherwise, until then, we will, I don't know when we will see, but it does not have to be even like 2-3 times a week. It could be once a week. It can be whenever it is convenient for people.
Got it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you everyone. See you and see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.